Well, hey there, garbage lovers, and welcome to another trash-talking episode of This Show Is Not Rubbish. Today, we are making donuts. What kind of donuts? Cinnamon? Chocolate? Raspberry cheesecake? Nope, smoke. Today, we are baking smoke donuts. I'm going to need some garbage. Thing, can you help me out? Perfect. I'll definitely be needing a stretchy disposable glove, as well as a plastic cup and some tape. But before we start constructing our donut maker, let's dive into some trashy facts about donuts. Donuts. Cinnamon. So why are donuts called donuts? Some people think it's because the original recipes sometimes flavour the dough with nuts, hence doughnut. Doughnut. Donut. Chocolate. So why are donuts called donuts? Donuts are cooked by frying dough in some kind of fat or oil. The original donuts weren't ring-shaped, they were basically just bowls, and the centre of these bowls often didn't cook very well, staying gooey and doughing after a thorough frying. So a walnut or hazelnut was often placed in the centre of the dough to avoid an uncooked middle. Doughnut. Doughnut. Donut. Raspberry cheesecake. So, why are donuts called donuts? Some people think it's because the dough was sometimes tied into a kind of knot before frying. Knot, nut, doughnut, donut, donut. The truth is, no one really knows why donuts are called donuts. What we do know is that variations of this deep-fried treat have been made all around the world for centuries. Some with a hole, some without the hole. While not every donut is ring-shaped, the variety that we'll be producing today will be ring-shaped. But before we make the donuts, we need to make the donut maker. Hey Thing, I'll be needing that glove, please. Ooh, I'm so sorry. This is the most important part of our donut maker, and hence the star of today's show. Let's do this. Oh, and you're going to need an adult to help you build your donut maker, because its construction requires the use of something sharp, like a box cutter or a good pair of scissors. Step 1. Place a small circular-shaped object, like this lid, on the bottom of the cup, and then use a texture to draw an outline around it. Very carefully cut out that circle. Step 2. Cut the glove open and lay it out flat. Step 3. Place the cup on the glove and draw a circle around the cup, a little bit bigger than the cup itself. Cut out the circle. Step 4. Stretch the circle of glove over the top of the cup and then tape it in place. And now, to make some donuts. Well, that wasn't very exciting. Hang on. And now, as promised, let's smoke these donuts using some incense smoke. brilliant, right? As I tap on the glove, air and smoke is forced out through the hole in the bottom of the cup. As it blows through, it travels quickly out through the centre, but friction causes it to slow down at the edges. This makes the air and smoke tumble around into a donut shape, which we can also call a vortex, and mathematically, we call this shape a toroid. And as much fun as these itty-bitty donuts are, and they really are a lot of fun, I reckon I can do better, and bigger, and smokier. I just need to use something a little bit bigger than a plastic cup to create my donut maker. Let's put a pin in that idea for now, and I promise I'll return to it by the end of the episode. But first, the great big really important question is, once we've finished with your disposable gloves, into which bin should you place them? It's time to play a little game I like to call Which Bin? So, our choices, as always, are a general curbside waste bin, a curbside recycling bin, a curbside green bin, or some other bin or place. Well, what do you reckon? Into which bin should we peel off our gloves? I'll give you a few moments to have a little think. So, have you thunk of an answer? Well, before I get to that, first things first, a love story. No one knows exactly who created the first pair of rubber gloves, but one suggestion is that they were invented by a surgeon who happened to be in love with a nurse whose hands needed protecting. The surgeon, William Stewart Halstead, noticed that the hands of the nurse, Carolyn Hampton, were being horribly affected by contact with antiseptics. So, he set about taking a mould of her hands and then creating her a set of personalised rubber gloves. The gloves worked brilliantly. Soon one thing led to another and the pair were married. Aww. We use gloves to protect our hands in all sorts of situations, both medical and domestic. Disposable gloves are now made from a variety of materials, including both natural and synthetic rubbers, as well as plastics. But the question is, which bin? Disposable gloves that have been used around the house need to be placed in a general waste bin. Oh, a bin! I've just had a brilliant idea. Let's make some more donuts. Recycling and waste management are evolving sciences, and rules vary from country to country, city to city, and council to council. Always check with your local council as to what thing should go in which bin. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and then head over to our website and social media pages for more garbagey goodness.